part of it. I mean, these two don't look like they come out. This really does look like it's just held in by clips. Yep. Okay. Bam. So that. Oh, okay. There's a clip, and that clip just fell down there. That is gone. Just magnetized those. No, that's gone. Oh, I'll worry about that later. So anyway, that is supposed to reveal, there's two 7mm bolts. So anyway, I ordered with 15% off. That made it $467. The word is that you can call them and get an even cheaper price. But I didn't have that kind of time. Alright, let me turn that thing off. That's not gonna go down. Anyway, so now this is supposed to just pop out. Yep. Now, there are clips on the back. Yeah. Let me take this out. Now, there's a clip here that you just push down on top. Work that out. And then a cigarette lighter. The clip is right there. So I'm gonna snap this back in place right quick. Taking a small screwdriver and pushing down on that clip. It's a little gray tab in the middle. There. Now the whole thing pulls away. Is that right? Yep. Yeah. This is on the inside. You just push that in with a small screwdriver. You still see everything? Yep. Now, there are these four holding the radio in. I don't want to drop anything down there. Because that's kind of a black hole. Those different from the ones that just came out. I'm gonna look real quick. Yeah, all these are coming out are 7mm and they're the same size, just in case you get them mixed up. 3, 4. All right, now the radio should come out. put a cloth over the gear shift handle so I don't scratch it. Alright, the radio is out. What's that? Oh, that's insulating covers for wires. Now, the website really showed it kind of coming out easier than that. So, also on the original video, you had to pull this screen out. You do not now. Those things have improved. You don't have to hook up an RCA for the sound. I'm just looking at what I have. Now, there is, I'll show you the back of it here. The back of the radio, there's a lot of things plugged in, but you're going to be removing the blue, and then there's a gray, and then the big black cords. Let's take it in place. You're not going to be able to see much what I'm doing. So first I'm going to unhook the big one on top. There's a clip right there. It's just the clip that holds that in. I guess that powers that. Oh, here we go. Now that that's out, was it? No. Thought that was blood. And then you've got the gray right here in the middle. Trying to do this so the camera can see it. And the view of everything just came out real easy. Whoops. Hold on. There. Okay, there's two. And then this blue wire. Okay, everything has a clip that you have to press. Now, this in the video they're calling the plug and play harness. This they're calling the main harness. These are, you've got the female and the male end connectors. I don't remember what they call that. You have the main interface here, and this little label right here. When you buy the unit, you contact them and say, I need the deal to program the interface. And they will send you the link then. Like, you have to contact them. So that's what that says. You also have a microphone here, which I'll run. I don't think you quite need it, or I don't think I would need it, because everybody says the microphone isn't that good of quality, but okay. I think things have greatly improved and been developed as I've gone along. Maybe the microphone got better. And I apologize if I'm rambling. There you go. So this, the main frame, plugs into that. This right here comes from the middle, this one, of the plug and play harness. So get that pulled off. Make sure there's nothing in the way for later. And I have already programmed this. They supply a white connector the connector plugs into this here. There's an LED that you can see that comes on when you start programming it on their website. Also, it didn't show it on the website, but like say this is the computer screen and you're doing all the downloads per their instructions. And this is only on the installation thing. Across the top, like you have the click here to watch the video thing, and then you watch that and it says across the top is where you can go and you can program it to your car, whether you have auxiliary cameras like backup camera, the side cameras, and the front camera. And you can also select a factory camera, a factory rear view camera, which I did. I don't know if that means the backup camera or not, but I said I had that one only because that's all I'm going to run. So, my instructions here that I wrote down. The blue connectors. Unplug the blue factory male from the back of the radio, which I did, and plug into the Navtool female wire, which is this here. And this is all labeled really well. Older videos, they didn't have them wired as well, or labeled as well. One of the pictures I saw, it's like you click the blue wire at the top of the harness that goes in. And you can see, let's see, it's this one. There's no blue wire, but it does say if the screen is flashing, cut this wire. So they do label everything really well. So anyway, plug the factory male into the factory female. It's taking me a little bit to read that. Wait, is that it? Oh, that ain't it. That's the wrong one. Okay, let me plug that back in. It's this lighter blue. Take this. There. That's the blue. It's this lighter blue one here. Yep, that looks right. Okay. Put this back in place. And get it centered. Alright, so plug this into female. And there's only one way it goes. In the original video, it said that these are identical. Maybe it meant these ends are identical, but these blue ends are not. And plug into the Navtool female, then plug the other end into the middle brown screen plug on the Navtool box. So this is your interface. Plug into the middle. Plug into the Navtool female wire, and then plug the other end into the middle brown screen plug on the Navtool box. So I labeled them with an R and an S because they don't come labeled. So plug that into there. Then plug the blue Navtool male connector into the back of the radio. But that just came out, so I showed you where that came from. And everything has a positive clip. And you can hear it click when it goes in. And the other end into the brown radio plug on the Navtool box. There. Okay. That's that part of it. Now, we take the ends that came out. Wait, what was that? I don't think that was plugged into anything, was it? Where's that from the... No? I don't know. Anyway, I remember seeing that in the video. So anyway, I'm going to take these two with our main harness. This plugs into there. Oh, did you see that? Show that again. So, as that plugs in, it pushes that up and clicks into place. And the other end will go into the back of the radio where that just came from. Make sure I get it lined up right. I think. because that's got its own clip. And this is the first time I've done this. So that ain't working, I don't think. So all the way in. Okay, there it goes. Oh, that must be the power for that. Okay, the other end, this gray. Alright, so this gray that came out plugs into that gray. This goes into the back of the radio. And again, you can hear everything clicking. Alright, that's in. Now, this plugs into what they call the main harness. So that plugs into that. Thought it plugged into that. Nope. Okay, that's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, way less wires than that. So, what am I doing? Should fit. Try it again. Oh, yeah. There's a lot less wires in here than there is in that one, but that's the only place I can fit. So that's clicked in place. This goes into the back of the Navtool box. Oh. Alright, so that's doing that. Now, I bought, because this is not Bluetooth, you have to plug in for your phone. So, I don't... Huh, that's cool. That half, when it's down, is usually the only part you see, so that's split. Now, what do I have left? That. There were two things that plugged in the back of this. I don't see two things. So you got a black. Okay, there's that goes into that. And then the cigarette lighter. It's easy to get lost in all this. This isn't that easy. There's that. And then where's the cigarette lighter plug? Oh, here it is. Okay. So now you're supposed to be able to try everything out. And one thing I didn't consider when I started filming is that, oops, the camera I'm filming with is the camera, or is the phone that I'm using. So, we're on. I think I might have to kind of shove everything in place. There's no way to really turn it on without plugging the radio back in. Oh, while I'm at it. This says microphone in. So I've got the microphone here. Oh, the other one's a clip. I'll get that later. So this Okay, you can either double stick tape it, I guess. Pull that off, and then use the clip. Which I don't think I'll be double stick taping it anywhere. Now, to shove this all back in place. Now, it said that there was a compartment under the right vent. If you just dropping it back in there, and route all the wires to the side. So let me unplug this so I can put it through here. I don't think that'll fit back there. So I'm going to try to shove it back in there. There is space back there. So I want to unplug these, but I don't want to unplug them. Okay, I'll just do one at a time. Alright, so undo this. There is a lot of wire here. Oh, that's still... there. What's that say? Microphone in. Oh yeah. So, where'd the microphone go? Alright, there it is. So, the microphone, it's got a lot of cord. I mainly just want to get this tried out, and then I'll start tucking everything in. On that does not have a label. That has a 12-volt output. Okay, that's the microphone in. That just came out of the back of this. Now I'm going to unplug the stereo side first. Oh, is it clip? Yeah. And again, there's clips for each and everything. So I'll put the stereo side first. Run it through. I guess this is the pocket that everybody's talking about. On the back side. Run that through first. Plug in to the stereo. Plug this. That's coming out of the back of the radio. Not as much room now. So plug that into there. And this from the main harness. Do a couple of zip ties here. I could have zip tied this ahead of time. Okay, this mess. It would be nice if I could clip these, but I don't want to cut them and mess something up. And you can see everything's labeled really well. In older videos, they weren't so much. But the wires have changed colors. The labels have changed to be added. Doing. Let me look in the camera, see if you can see. You can kind of see where I am. There's a wall here for the radio, so everything is just kind of going back behind it. And by the way, this is a 2011 Cadillac CTS station wagon. There we go. With navigation. And you pretty much have to have navigation to do all this. Okay, get that plugged in there. Let that sit over to the side. Now, I'm just going to put a wrap around that. Just to kind of keep it together so it doesn't catch on anything. Now, microphone, let me run that through this same hole and bring it out, because then I can work with it later. Right now I just want to get everything kind of plugged in so I can test it. Alright, that's right side up. And I'd read this is the hard part. Drop this into that side panel. Try to get this all tucked in. There's a pocket behind it, but man, it's all kind of just spaghetti behind there. You've added a bunch of wire in the meantime. Oh no, my giant harness is in the way. I'm trying to scratch that up. Lucky I haven't yet. Oh, I see what they mean. There's the heater vents here and here, so the pocket's down in there. What is this? This is the big connection. Let's see if I can push it over to the... I can't. You got this giant cable of a hose hanging out there. Oh. That's good enough to test this back in place. Put just this first one in. I'm not gonna bother with the cigarette lighter yet. So in the video, he's like, be sure and pay attention to that because that's what comes out of the back of this radio. I wasn't paying attention at first. Now, on. Nope, that's not on. That is on. Oh, there you go. On. Okay. Now, set to aux. Push at the top left of the screen to switch to the interface. Okay. The screen is flashing. Okay, so that's where we clip that wire. So let me do that. Yeah, that comes out of the back of the radio. So I'm gonna unhook this. black and white panel. And that wire was labeled. Okay. I don't know if you can see this or not. Not a lot of room. Anyway, the one, the gray side. Well, yeah. You have the black one and you have that smaller gray one. That wire, it says, if the screen is flashing, cut, is right here. So, there it goes. Okay, now, make sure I don't have anything caught. And this is black and white. Plug that back in again. Okay, now I have my daughter's phone, which is already almost about to die. Low battery. Let's see if I can do this before. Just to at least. Okay. Oh, that came up as an option. CarPlay. I don't remember what that meant. Also put car in reverse to try the backup camera. Push the top left of the screen to switch the interface. Use the plug to use CarPlay. Enable Siri in the settings app of your iPhone. Okay, but on the phone it just said, so. Anyway, this seems to be working. So I'm gonna start this and put the car in reverse. Ah, it works. That's my motorcycle. Okay, so I doubt if I can demonstrate with the phone I'm actually recording on. I'm gonna try it though. So I'm taking the plug and I'm going to plug it in. If I lose you, you can assume everything works. I'll put a comment down. My phone says allow CarPlay with CarPlay while phone is locked. Allow it. So I guess it might actually let me do it. I had seen somewhere that, oops, if you push too far down, it'll go straight to AM. I mean, too far up. So there's like a sweet spot in there. There. Huh.